Radical. Radical. Radical.
Here we go. Some meat on the bones of this upload. There's a video by Dreamcast Guy. It's been a while since I talked about any Dreamcast Guy upload, but I got a lot to say about this one. His video was called Why I Hate Sponsored Gaming Videos. Angry rant. Okay, it's an angry rant about why he hates all these sponsored videos. Okay, I got an envelope. It's a really professional setup here. I got a pen, I got an envelope, I got my notes. So let's go. It says, it drives him nuts when he sees sponsored content, but not about his pals. Drives him nuts when he sees all this sponsored content, but his pals, it doesn't bother him so much. So one of the first things he says doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It either drives you nutty, it drives you crazy, it drives you up the wall, dude, when you see it, except when it's people that you know. So right there, you make special circumstances for your friends, which you shouldn't. All right? You should not. He says he's had no sponsored videos on his channel. See, I can't verify that, but I will say one good thing I'll tell you about this channel right here, Dreamcast Guy, is I don't see a lot of sponsored videos, a lot of sponsored reviews directly, like I've seen from other people. Okay, I have not seen any of that here. But hey, correct me if I'm wrong. If you can point to anything, correct me if I'm wrong. I can't verify it one way or the other, but I'll say, dude, I have not seen a lot of that on your channel. I haven't seen any of it actually. He's not going to reveal. He talks about all these people that have basically asked him just to do a commercial for their games. All these companies that contacted him. But the thing is, a lot of people would like to actually see this. And you could even blanking out the names, but we just want to see like a lot of that. He shows one later, but I think to really drive the point home, he's got to show more than that. That's what people really want to see. How about, if you really hate this dude, how about you use your platform to maybe make fun of these individuals? Okay, I think a lot of people would like to see that, huh? He sleeps on the floor. I'll get to that a little later. Companies try to bribe him, but he won't share the emails. Exactly, went over that. Reviewing games is why he gets out of bed in the morning. Really? Well, I hope that's not the case. I hope you're telling one of your Dreamcast lies there. I would like to think that you get out of bed for lots of other reasons. Maybe friends, family, loved ones. You know, I would like to think that you have a lot more going on in your life than just YouTube. But it could be true. If that's true, then that's kind of sad, man. I mean, it is. I'm just being serious. That's kind of sad. Not that, you don't enjoy it a lot. It's fine to enjoy it, but YouTube and reviewing games cannot be the single sole reason you get out of bed in the morning. If that's the case, my friend, you need to make some life changes, I would say. A company that wants basically all your stuff to be a commercial, went over that. Why his channel has done well. He shares why he thinks his channel has done well is because he's just a normal average guy, not a fancy reviewer, just a normal average guy. And I will share why I think your channel has done particularly well on YouTube. I think it's the big yellow font and the clickbait thumbnails. I mean, for Christ's sake, this one right here, the Avengers game has been leaked. It looks like you're giving a soft BJ to the Hulk. It's good he's facing the other way. You have your eyes, you're shocked and surprised. You should be shocked and surprised at why your channel is doing well when you have shameless clickbait thumbnails like that. All right? There's no way I could, not just put a focus onto that. I think you're probably self-aware that that's a big reason your channel's doing well. People's like, man, I got to click on this crazy guy with the yellow font. What's going on with this video? Says you're a nobody who deserves to sleep on the floor. Aw, sweetie, no. Is a lot of this because of me? You, Radical Reggie? Listen, I somewhat feel bad that I've made people feel bad about the fact they sleep on the floor. Okay? There's many people, and I've had a couple people in the comment section telling me that you just got to try it, Rick. You just got to try it. I think if you're making the choice to sleep on the floor, that's perfectly fine. But if it's a case to where, in the case of Radical Reggie, he has a game collecting addiction, so he's not going to put that money towards a proper box spring, okay? But if you make the choice, then I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to judge, okay? So just putting that out there. And as far as being a nobody, you shouldn't judge yourself by how big you are on YouTube. I think a big problem is a lot of people, especially in the gaming community, judge themselves personally by how many views and clicks they get on YouTube. You're not the only one, okay? So maybe, you get 20,000 views on a video and some of your buddies get maybe 100 or 200,000. Do not, I repeat, do not ever judge yourself by your views, by your subscribers. Don't do that, man. And don't feel like you're a nobody that has to sleep on the floor. No. Okay? I mean, we're both nobodies. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't know who the fuck PewDiePie is. YouTube is just kind of like a thing to where, most people don't really pay attention to it in their day-to-day life. A lot of people, believe it or not, in the real world, don't even really get on YouTube that much. So, yeah, I think the problem is you have these people that think that if they get a lot of subscribers, then they'll be somebody, when you're just in a small pool, okay? People say, hey, Rick, you're just jealous because you don't have as many subscribers. Like, I'd still be a fucking nobody. I could have 100,000 subscribers and I'd be like, yeah, well, I'm still a fucking nobody in the grand scheme of things. All right, ain't no Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise. Ain't nobody going to the movies to see old Radical Rick or you Dreamcast Guy. All right? Yeah. Sorry that went a little long. How are we going to finish this? He says he despises sponsored content, but not his pals. Went over that earlier, but I'll reiterate. You cannot upload one of these videos without addressing the elephants in the room, meaning a lot of your pals. And you say that, hey, what they got to do is they got to pay the bills, they got lives, they got families to support. I get all that. But are we not supposed to still criticize people for, selling out to a lot of these companies when they're trying to keep a front like they're legit just because they got to, quote, pay the bills? When I see the angry video game nerd trying to sell me everything under the sun and a $400 expensive Jode wood watch, maybe again one of your pals that just has to pay the bills, it doesn't affect me as much as when he maybe tries to shill for Shadow Legends. Seriously! It's like you're throwing some shade, some rage shade at maybe the angry video game nerd here without actually saying his name, because he did sell out. He fucking sold out and did a Raid Shadow Legends review. Why would the angry nerd, for instance, dude, I'll ask you, Max, why would the angry nerd tell people to go play a shitty mobile game? It doesn't make any sense, But yeah, I get it. People have to pay the bills. They got families to support. I get it. Then why shouldn't some of these people just maybe defend it like that? They say, hey, you know what? I have things to do, make a side Twitter. But maybe they're owned by these companies and they can't say that. I don't believe YouTubers should sell themselves and be owned by these companies. So you and me, Dreamcast Guy, we feel the same way. The only thing is, and you might like it actually. Dreamcast Guy might actually come to this channel and like it when I stick it to a lot of people doing these things that he hates. So he hates the act of it. He dislikes it, but he still loves his pals and understands. You can't really do one thing and it's other thing if they conflict with each other. It'd be interesting for people to ask you, what are some channels that you're referring to? And then if you hate it, like I said, if you hate it, you hate the practice, then how can you hate the practice but also kind of understand it? It kind of undermines your entire rant there, doesn't it, man?